That evaluation will give us an opportunity to appreciate whether any additional amendments or any other improvements should be made to better protect Canadians from identity crime. Honourable members, Bill S4 will not immediately bring an end to identity crime. No piece of legislation alone would be capable of doing that. Still, Bill S4 is a giant step forward and will provide law enforcement in this country with some tools that are currently missing from their toolbox. The witnesses have been clear that Bill S4 is urgently needed. As advances in technology advance, so too must the criminal law and the criminal code. I therefore encourage all honourable members to pass this legislation without further delay. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Well said.
Good job.
Questions and comments? Questions et commentaires? The honourable member for Guelph.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm just wondering, I have myself presented a private member's bill, Madam Speaker, with respect to identity theft, and in effect it reverses the onus onto the accused of establishing that he or she is in fact in possession of another person's identity with the permission of the person whose identity they're carrying. And I'm just wondering if the member opposite could tell me, because I was not at those committee meetings, whether or not the idea of reversing the onus onto the person charged to establish that they are in possession of that identity with permission was discussed at committee. Because right now, Madam Speaker, I understand the law to be that police have to establish that the identity that was stolen is in possession for the purpose of committing a crime. And I believe that the onus should be reversed onto the person who's been charged. I'm wondering if the member opposite can answer that question.
Honourable member for Edmonton St. Albert.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and thank you to the honourable member from Guelph for that very good question. The issue of reverse onuses is problematic, as the member will undoubtedly know. The Charter of Rights and Freedoms provides that an accused who charged with any criminal code offence is presumed to be innocent until proven guilty, and that the Crown bears the onus of establishing each and every element of the offence. So the short answer to his question is no, there was not any serious discussion about reversing the onuses with respect to S4. However, the member should be happy to know from a reading of the bill that possession, simple possession, is an offence under S4. So there's no longer a requirement that the possession be for some further unlawful act or for the purpose of committing a fraud or impersonation or some other criminal code. Possession of someone else's identity is an offence in and of itself. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Very good.
Questions et commentaires?
Questions and comments? The Honourable Member for Laval. Well, thank you, Madam Speaker. And to Madam Speaker, I carefully listened to the comments made by my colleague opposite. And I have a question, because the Privacy Commissioner maintains that the battle for these issues is in small claims court, and that's a criminal jurisdiction. Now, if this bill is adopted, does the member opposite plan to bring pressure to bear on his government to encourage cooperation in order to put an end to identity theft?
Member for Edmonton St. Albert.
Well, certainly, the government believes that cooperation between levels of government, and certainly between government and police agencies, cooperation is absolutely necessary to put an end to identity theft. The police were unequivocal in their testimony before the committee that this type of tool is required in their toolbox. And yes, it is the intention of certainly the Justice Committee, of which I'm a member, and of the government to cooperate with law enforcement and other levels of government, municipal police agencies, the Federal Police Agency and the RCMP, to work collaboratively and cooperatively to put an end to this growing area of crime.
Questions et commentaires?
Questions and comments?
Reprise du débat.